gone. When the members on and get it going, Donkey Kong. They got the hand out, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh, no, you gotta get.
Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store.
Our Father who art in heaven, I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions, I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Hard to not the devil when built like Tiana Teller. And balling at 27, I feel like Iman Shumpert. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive, the streets start to be the reverend. Bragging about first class, seated on 9/11. They spirits are not united, a legion, my soul forever. I murder my adolescence, assault with a friendly weapon. I verbally dissect them to help them get back together. Wanting the stranger things, I handle it like 11. My point is I guard the kids. I should play for the Celtics.
DA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Toronto Thunderbirds. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Toronto. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll start on the ground, ETN. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there. 44 yards. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Thunderbirds take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over. Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Lawrence will throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Myles Garrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand. He's got him in, complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 33 yards that time.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Running right through him. Touchdown. A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Thunderbirds are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. They've got his man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long. But I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, They really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. This thrown quickly out to Cooper. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Bryant has it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there. And receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset. They'll look to throw here. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second down, here's an option right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Chubb. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Almost want to go Shakespeare here. My kingdom for a yard. Quarterback sneak, nothing doing.
Better be careful. Shakespeare might sue you.
Yeah, he might come get me, right? Good luck with that, Bard.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Thunderbirds are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
On 2nd and a couple, Lawrence. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Returnable for Grant. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown!
Let's just call that play what it was. Bold, dashing, daring, and a big-time return for a touchdown.
Fielding a punt inside the 10. Most coaches, they frown upon that, don't they?
They really do. I do know some special teams coaches who say, okay, I'll let you go back to 8, and he's right in that gray area, and he made that play work in a massive way.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Here's Lawrence. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at him right now and say, let's get away from him entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Greedy Williams picks it off. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Pulls it in at the 13. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. Oh, a second dosage. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. A give running right is Chubb.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out. And they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 23. 47 yards on the ground for him so far. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. Following the penalty, Chubb. The solid, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Thunderbirds take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
They'll run with Etienne. And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here we go on 4th down with Lawrence.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third corner has come. The offense on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd down and 12. And again, it's Chubb. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here.
And now off to the races down the right side. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Etienne, 84 yards. And the Jaguars are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The slot man in motion right. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Chubb on the counter.
And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
But Marquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Agnew now to return.
And that'll go as a 57-yard punt with a return of 12.
And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD.
He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
Man, I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. That's out to the left, flat and complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's the option play now to the left. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point by York is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder what plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And as you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
19 tight.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage.